All right. Took a little longer than I intended to set up. But today we're doing something different. Today I'm showing up in person, my beautiful glistening face. But also I've run into a conundrum. It's like perturbance. I like saying those words. It makes me feel better about myself. Yeah, today is something a little different because my kiddo is using the iPad today, so I'm cut off from Procreate, which means alternative methods must be used. And I've broken out my old Wacom. This is an Intuos 3 model PTZ 431W. These are from, I want to say 2000, and this one maybe from 2008. No, I did have another one before this that broke. I had to get a new one. So I'm trying to set this up because I wasn't prepared to set this up. And let's see what we can do. This is new territory for me, or at least old but unfamiliar. So if you give me just one moment, I will be setting it up so you can see it on screen. Here I am talking, my mic was off. So I'm updating the banner up there because there's that. But I'm not sure what I'm gonna do for brushes. I really, no, that doesn't go there. I really don't know. I haven't, at least recently when I've used Photoshop, I haven't been happy with their new updates for brushes. And I say new, but in reality, I'm talking like Photoshop 7. That was the last time I used Photoshop for doing art. So, you know, spend some time. Right about. You know, a lot of time. So I'm gonna try now. Let me see about adding here Photoshop. Let's do window capture. At least because I have the way I have my programs. I'm not sure if it'll work too good. Yeah, no, it has to be. I have to put it in the same what is it? The same desktop. Because I like to work with, I'm on a Mac right now, if you haven't noticed from all the other stuff that I've done. But I do like to set myself up with multiple desktops. It makes it all easier to organize myself when I'm doing stream. Oh, there it is. I'm just gonna make it fit. Editing on the fly. What an amateur move. I'll never be a pro like the other streamers. Okay. Here we go. Ta-da! I need a soundboard. I'm gonna try to get myself a soundboard. I need to... I can clap for myself, but it's not the same. It's not the same. I need to hear unique claps. Or at least canned ones. Alright, so where are we here? Let's see if I move OBS. Okay, good. So as long as I already have Photoshop set up, I should still be able to do it. Okay. Let me try that. Ha! Every time I move my desktops around, I see that it shrinks it. It's fun. Alright, let me update here. My stuff here. Finishing my ninja on Photoshop. Oh boy. It's been some time. Yes, it has. Since I'm doing this, let me just say, I'm not happy with the way that I guess Twitch does their stream stuff. Can't do Dungeons and Dragons. Can't tag it. Yeah, see, I can only pick pre-selected tags, which is kind of not cool. Oh, there's a character creation tag. That's interesting. I love this song. It's a pretty puppy. Interesting how I know there's something I gotta do with my Twitch stuff so that it doesn't push out to my timeline the way it did, because it's the wrong info. But these are things that I gotta learn. I'm such an old fart when it comes to this stuff. Alright, so let me just verify, because I can't test right now to make sure that you're seeing what you should be seeing and not the rest of my desktop like I was doing on Tuesday. So, oh, there we go. Okay, good. It's looking good. Looking very good. So, what I need to do now is I need to add the reference image so that I get an idea of what height I'm going to be drawing this character at, so that it matches with the rest of the group and the characters that everybody else is drawing, because we will do a composite of all of our little characters towards the end. And for that, I do need to go and find that image. I know I had it. So let's launch Discord. Where'd it go? There's the star. Make sure these are in a different desktop so they're not interrupting my Photoshop play. I need to see what I'm doing, so let's launch Twitch on the boom. It's just a little creepy with the delay. Always gotta cross my fingers, make sure it's all working. All right. Let's see. Where are my resource images? I hope my camera doesn't fall. It's in a very flimsy place. It's probably gonna fall. So along with this, if I finish early, I'm not entirely sure if I will be able to. May get carried away again. But if I finish early, the other project that I'll pick back up is actually I'm working on a mural that I will be painting at a location here in Florida. I've painted a mural for this group before. They're a nonprofit organization that focuses on at-risk girls, and they provide resources and schooling for them. It's really, really good organization. I loved working with them the first time around, and I got lucky enough that I can do another mural for them this time, and it's big, very big, or at least bigger than the past ones that I've done. So now what I gotta do is I gotta finish that concept sketch that I sent them. I want to make sure that it looks good, and that I'm not sending them poo-poo. I want to send them something finished. I do usually, when I work with clients like this or with murals like this, I do send more than one concept sketch initially, and I know a lot of people may poo-poo me for this, but sometimes I do send concepts without a down payment. But it really depends on the organization. In this case, I have worked with them before. I love them. I have no problem giving them multiple concepts without a down payment, because I know that they're going to be paying me. This is, you know, it's not a question about that. With another client, I may not do that. So, but I will give them multiple concepts. I'm not going to overburden them with concepts, because what you do end up having a lot is, and you see this a lot with graphic designers and people doing commissions, is sometimes you give a client so many versions, even versions that you may have not liked when you were coming up with them. And what will happen is, almost guaranteed, if you send the client a version that you're not a fan of, I guarantee you they're gonna pick that one. Call it karma, call it bad taste, but almost guaranteed that the client will pick the image that you don't like and that you don't think it's good enough for what you're trying to attempt. I'm not sure if you got to hear the ambulance there. I do live near a very busy intersection. I'm trying to move right now. But that was that. But yeah, so you know, like I said, guaranteed you're going to get a client that's going to want to have you design a full version of that concept that you don't like. So what I usually do is I try to give them one or two, or two or three versions. However, it has to be versions that I'm okay with completing. They have to be like my favorite three out of all the ones that I've done. And if I've only come up with three compositions or three concepts, then I'm gonna give them my favorite two. I'm not gonna give them that third one that I'm feeling a little iffy about. And that ensures that the final product is at least closer to something I feel comfortable with and something I feel proud of. Because otherwise, I'm gonna end up working on a piece that I'm gonna absolutely hate, and that's happened to me before. And every time it happens, I'm like, why did I do this? Oh, that's right. My friends were great enough to actually create a template. So let's just do that template. So let's see here. Here is the collab template. Don't move or resize. There's the horizon line. All right. So my creature, because they're a teeny tiny frog, I want to draw them as possibly a small halfling, a short halfling. I think that would probably be the best way to size them up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna work on the template for now. But considering this and knowing that this is going to be, at least for my character, considering the horizon line, I will have to draw my character lower to the ground and from a top-down perspective. So with that in mind, I don't know what I'm gonna draw. Okay, let's see. Let's lower the opacity of this layer. And let's move this one. I may do better with artboards, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do artboards here. Now, I'm not a stranger to Photoshop. Just because I haven't drawn in it in a long time doesn't mean I don't know what I'm doing. I do use this on my day-to-day. Like, this is part of my work, but I don't use it for drawing. I use it for graphic design, for flyer design, for just like hero images for websites. So going back to drawing and doodling and sketching on it, I'm not sure how great I feel about that. Let's do I want to add why are my rectangles coming out always anchored on the top? I'm not sure. That I only noticed that earlier today. That my triangles, or I'm sorry, when I place on a rectangle, it's just coming out completely off in the corner. I don't want, oh, this is fine. I do dance like this on my day-to-day. It's unfortunate. Please don't pity me. But this is the real me. There. I want to hide most of what's on the left and use that left area as my point of reference. And leave that sliver off. Sorry, most of what's on the left. And did I say left or right? I can't remember. I want to hide what's on the left-hand side and leave that sliver there on the right to use as reference for the sizing guide. So I'm going to put no stroke, white. I'm going to put this over here. Nope, over here. And I'm going to do clipping mask. Right. Didn't... Oh, that's right. I redid my shortcuts for my Wacom. After I had to work on a huge roundabout way just to get Photoshop working, because this is one of the Mac Minis with an M1, and Wacom, the old Wacom drivers are no longer compatible. It's a securities issue with the Mac. A lot of people complain about it. Wacom could do an update, or they could say suck it and make you buy a new one, which I'm gonna guess that's what they're doing. But I said no. I know people online probably have already solved this little issue, and they did. So what I want to do is see what I have here. I can... Yeah, no, I don't want to return it to default. I want to make this the default. So there's probably a better way to do this. But as the old lady that I am, I'm gonna draw this really quick on a... Come on, stay. Okay. I'm gonna draw this really quick on the post-it. Command Z. That's gonna be undo. And we're gonna have Shift and Command. Oh, and the last one is pop-up. And I really like using the pop-up menu. So let's do, there we go. Undo. This is going to be Shift. Oh, there it is. Oh, man. Alright, hold on. Control Z. That's what happened. I clicked the wrong one. So that's going to be a modifier. That's going to be Shift. Then this one is going to be Command. And the last one is going to be... Where's pop-up? There it is. Pop-up. Cool. Now, let me look at my pen settings. So for my pen, see, I like the shortcuts here. I don't know if you've... I don't know if the pens even look the same anymore. I'm so out of the game in this case. I like to use, I don't know if you can tell that this back is angled out. I like to use that as my pan button so that, yeah, that's the space bar. So I can move the drawing around. And then the other button that's kind of like recessed in, that's going to be my right click. So let's go to... Now you guys aren't seeing this. I don't think it's necessary, but right now I'm on the Wacom tablet utility settings. And it's the old version. But it is allowing me to customize the functions on the little button pad here on the side and the buttons here. And now I just have to set up my pop-up menu, which I think I can do from there. And my pop-up menu settings are save, select, direct select, lasso tool. I have the pen tool selected, but that's because I use it for Illustrator. I may use something different in this one. I'm a fan of the liquify tool, even though I don't use it often. Maybe not. Maybe I won't use liquify. Keep that in mind. And the blob brush. That's a good tool to use when you're using this on Illustrator. But I'll do color picker. Okay. This is where you have to know your shortcuts, your keyboard shortcuts, if you want to do this kind of setup, because you'll have to do it as keystrokes. Save is easy. Command save. And you know what? but in this case, I'm going to change select to move. And then I'll do it. So move is V. And select is specifically for path selection. When I say select, that's what I mean. Oops. So you have the path selection. And I'm not sure. I might have changed them. You know, if you press command while you're using one, it'll switch to the other, but I don't know how you can, but that's temporary. So if you're selecting with A and then you press command, it'll only do it for a little bit. So let's try, so I do path select, select lasso tool, that's fun too. Oh, you know what, I'll do polygonal lasso, and I'll do the rectangular marquee. So I'll do polygonal lasso first. And this is so easy to set up. I mean, this is why I don't see the need of upgrading my tablet yet. I mean, I did have a problem setting it up. But that wasn't an end all be all. I was able to fix it and now it works. So why am I gonna upgrade? And if I'm not gonna spend, you know, whatever Wake Up wants me to spend on other Syntix. It's expensive. I know they have it for 400. Thought about it. Not sure. I have heard good recommendations on it. But I'm still left with a tablet that I can't take with me. And I do like to draw on the go. Whenever I do long road trips, I'm in the car drawing. Whenever I'm stuck in traffic, which I get a lot here in Miami, bumper to bumper, and sometimes on a standstill, I'm drawing. When I go pick up my daughter, I'm drawing. Now, could I use a regular pen and paper sketchbook? Yes. But then I have to carry the sketchbook, the pencil case, the eraser, everything is flying. You can't do that. That's not gonna happen. Also, if you're driving and it's moving, it's a lot harder to undo a mistake on a sketchbook than it is on an iPad. And last but not least, oh, I should add the brush tool. Because if I'm with the other tools, I want to be able to switch back without having to go to... Oh. I think I may have goofed up. This is one problem, is that sometimes when you do certain setting changes on the Wacom, even with the fix, it'll crash. So that's why you probably saw my screen flicker just now, because the tablet utility crashed. Yeah, so it did add the brush, it didn't delete that. And then the color picker, which is not sure if I pressed option. It's not registering it unless I do option and another. Strokes open on pen mode, mouse mode. No, I guess I can't add it. So Okay, I guess that's it for my settings. So I will be right back and we're gonna get started. I'm just gonna get something to drink. So give me un momento, por favor. All right, and we're back with coffee, not water. So, um, I will make a note to show. No, I can't compare because I don't have the iPad with me right now. But the drawing area of this old wake-up mop is a little bit, only slightly bigger than my teeny tiny person hand. I could bring out a ruler to measure, so that would probably make more sense. About 6.5 inches. Right, by 4.5 inches, which is considerably smaller, considerably, than an iPad, or at least the iPad that I've been drawing on. It does make it a little more challenging, but I think I always like smaller surfaces anyway. Now I'm gonna put breaking out all the stops, because I know every time I've drawn on my desktop with the Wacom, I end up with wrist pain because I am old and my bones are failing. Hi, Flying Deer Composer. Love your name. I do. It makes me want to draw. But yeah, I know every time I draw this, I do end up with like severe carpal tunnel pain. So I don't want to leave that up to chance today, because I haven't done this in a while, at least for as extended a time as I'm going to be doing today. So I feel like I'm going to war. All right, let's get this Photoshoppy going. And I'm going to delete that layer. Now what I need is, nope, not that. You know what? I'm gonna duplicate this group. I'm gonna hide this one, bring it back down to the bottom where I'm gonna keep all the original stuff. And I'm going to merge this group. Merge it real good. There, very nicely merged. Success. Transform. I'm gonna make it teeny tiny. And I'm gonna also give it a white background so I can see better. That's not the color white. No. There. I do believe I need to fix this. There we go. Oh, what happened? Okay. Oh. Now I see. Now I see what's haps. Okay. Now we're still gonna move this here and make it smaller. Much smaller. And another wonderful, wonderful resource that my bestest buddies have given me is a light source reference. And this is so that when we're all done, we know exactly what to, or well, at least when we start doing our pieces, we know exactly what we want them, you know, so they'll look like they're part of the same scene and not just floating around and just happen to be together in the same sheet. So light's gonna be coming from the top. It looks like it's slightly, just a tiny slant. But definitely my frog is gonna have to be on the top down perspective. And cat hair. And when I'm looking at the poses that I did before, and I think the best ones for me to do maybe some of these. I don't want to do this. I think it's boring. Instead, wait. Yeah, I think I'll do. I don't want to do him crunching down though, like all the way down, because I think he's gonna be even smaller. And I don't want him to hide behind the other frogs that much. Like I still want him to pop up and be visible. So let's put this all in the up here, and we're gonna call this source references. Oh, Dan died. Okay. And doodles go here. This is something that I don't do in Procreate just because it's time consuming, but in Photoshop I am very into having to have my stuff labeled because I get lost. I start making so many layers and I quickly have no idea what's where. I used to have very large thumbnails. I don't anymore because I like to see more layers, which is a shame that Procreate doesn't allow me to do that. But with Photoshop, I do get carried away in the layer creation. So let's switch here. We're doing the essentials, but we're going to switch to painting because I want this brush menu to be here. And no, general brushes. No, I don't want dry media brushes. There we go, pencil hard. That's right. Trick. It's a test. So I can't doodle with white on white. All right. This is fun, except for the severe shaking of my monitor as I doodle. It's going, but we'll make it work. I think it'll be better if maybe if I put some soft. Strangely, that's even worse. Okay. I'm putting some support under the tablet so that it's a little raised and it's not fully on the table. Maybe may not work. All right, so let's change these settings here. I want all the flow because I don't mess around with my sketches. And deselect. And let's get started. Finally. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's right. I was not here. Pan. So, my little guy, in the large scheme of things, will have to be where's oh, that's right. There. My little guy here is gonna have to be, let's say I want to make him about this size because oh, I guess I must press default to go back to black. He's not going to be human sized. No, we're talking about the smallest frog species in North America. Can't be that tall. Has to be small. So, actually, I think if everybody else is making their characters at yay height, I think making mine half-leg size isn't that crazy. Not anymore. I've rethought, new perspective. So, I think this little dude, maybe not all the way down, sort of like mid, he's crouching, he's halfway into the crouch. So I think we're gonna do a little something like this. Oh no, that's right. I do want this like to be still in that high angle. I really like it. Look at this brush. Not gonna lie. Like, really enjoying it. Just looks like pencil. That looks really nice. Kyle brushes. I don't remember downloading these. So maybe something like this. I have one like here. The other one's gonna come out of here. This one's gonna go a little more forward. Ooh, okay, so I'm looking at him. I'm thinking of him sort of like pulling away from the group right now, but like hiding something on the side. Must want to get up and try to... Or enough space behind me to... Let's see. This is something I do tend to do a lot. I'm like this. I'm moving. No, putting this all here. Oh, so I can put him with his arm here in the front. Alright. Acting it out. Oh, I want to double tap to undo. So bad. Maybe. Maybe like this. What an action pose. What an action song. I want to erase with the same brush if possible. History eraser. That's not what I want to do. Okay. Gonna have to switch my settings again. One last time though. I want my... This Wacom has a strip next to the buttons that allows you to... I don't know if it's zoom or whatever, which is what it's doing right now. Don't make it. I wanted to resize my brushes. Used to set 2 of the buttons for resizing, but I prefer keeping my modifiers here. Touch strip. I'm going to do increase and decrease, and this is going to be brooch size. Brooch size. Yes. Now this should work. Oh, beautiful. But why is it still... Let's change those brush settings. I mean, those eraser settings. See, I don't think it changed. And this is where I have a problem, because I don't know how to change the brush presets for erasers. Okay. That's a better eraser. Much better. I figured something out. I'm not sure if I got it right or not, but something is happening. Stuff is happening, and it's happening in a way that I am okay with. So that's as far as we're going. So maybe this little guy is a little smaller than I intended him to be. Oh. Let's do moving. So oh, that's right. That's the same. Where's the dim? Yeah, that's a good size for my dude. I think he may be a little bigger than the halfling though, so there. Don't know what to do with his other arm though. We should just give him give him little jazz hands. Just a jazz hand. Keep doing this little like snake tongue sort of dagger, which is, I don't know why I keep doing it, but I'm really liking it. See, I did it here, did it there. So these frogs have such a pointier, much pointier face than all those other cool frogs. There we go. So he's looking down here. His other arm should be up here. Which, if you're doing that, this arm's probably back here. Trying to stabilize him. Or maybe he's doing jazz hands. He's not doing jazz hands. That's not what he's doing. Oh boy. I'm gonna erase this bump back here because I don't want that to haunt me. I could see the arm is here. He'd be holding 2 daggers? He's deadly, but he doesn't know how to use them. I'm creating the character in my head. He's never held anything sharp before in his life. God, I'd hope not. I wouldn't send this little boy to battle like this. He looks like he's going, huh? No, that's exactly what he's doing. That doesn't look like it. That's what he's doing. Okay, maybe from the bottom? Maybe, mayhaps. I'm so glad I got the body down though, because I feel very comfortable posing him right now. I don't know if that makes sense. And his eyes. Got that little line going down. Yeah. And his arm starts here. So maybe going here. His other arm starts here. His arm is... What's his hand doing? Maybe he is holding out to that sack of coins still. Like, don't you dare take it away from me. These are my coins. I stole them fair and square. He's gonna be a little angry. Look at him. How could you say, don't steal from me, to that little face? You can't. You just can't. Well, this is something I don't like. So as I'm putting down the eraser, I don't know if you can see it very well. There's a slight wiggle to this. And I don't know if that's just my pen or just this week on pens in general, but every time I put it down, the minute it touches the pad, it kind of moves to the side. Which means I don't erase where I want it to erase. It doesn't happen with the pen though, so that's good. I guess I'll just have to switch between using the eraser here for like larger erasing and using this for precision erasing. Precision, not precision. Precision. Precision? It's okay. English is not my native language, even though I've been speaking it for 20 something years. So I get a pass. Okay. Alright, let's lower the opacity to these reference layers. Because now we know where we're going with this little boy. I mean, look at him. So cute. So what I'm going to do is, again, back at it with this point. I'm going to merge this. And this. And then I'm going to merge these two. No. Everything stops because I'm getting a call. 1 second. What is happening? That's the only thing I don't like about being connected to my computer, my phone, because it has stopped me in the middle of things. Today. It stopped me today. Now I don't like it. Coffee's starting to kick in. So now that I have this little boy, I'm gonna make him big. Or bigger. Jesus. Okay. Look at him smirking. He knows what he's doing. No, I don't want the doodles. What I want... I'll just put there. What I want... is... Alright, I'm gonna take a second to answer this call because I know who it is. And I can't say no to that little boy too many times, so 1 second. Okay, not sure what happened there, but the application froze. So I've reopened it. Just want to make sure everything is still working. Although I don't know why it's not showing. The right one. Let me see if I can refresh this. Oh, there it goes. It's gone. So let's do this. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it crashed. I had to reopen the thing because I don't know what happened. Maybe when I picked up the call, I tried to pick up the call. I think maybe that's when it crashed. Make sure that looks good. There we go. I did, just in case it didn't work, I did take a screenshot. Because I don't know how much I lost right now for progress. So let's see here. Let's see the situation we're in. We have the doodles layer. Okay, so it didn't save the merging. Which, before we go any further, let's save this. Maybe. All right. Save. Now let me screenshot. That's what I was doing. Sorry, blanked out for a second. Where is my screenshot? Okay, there it is, right there on the desktop, and I'm gonna put it right over here. This way. I didn't lose any of that. Cool. Flatten, no, rasterize layer. Gonna get rid of these menu things here from the side. And I'm gonna hide these. There. Okay. So I know what a size is. Got a better idea. Oh, that's right. That's not the original. Okay. So now that I have that, let's lower the opacity a little more. Let's resize this. Oh, perfect. Okay. So, finally, after all that, let me get some swatches. I like to work with this palette. It's very similar to the one on Procreate that I use a lot. So, let's go to brush. Let's go back to painting. Let's try this one. Not a fan. Better. One thing I didn't look up while doing this, and I'm still like wondering because the images aren't very clear, but I don't know how many toes these little things have. Some images for this specific species of frog, the tiny grass frog or the small grass frog, some photos make it seem like they have only like 3. Which is weird because the other ones have 4, and I don't understand why I would have 3. I don't know if it's just the fact that it is a very tiny frog. So getting a good view of, or I get a good photo of what they're actually like might be a lot more difficult. See, every time I print brushes. Right. I feel like that's also sort of controlling the color, so making it more saturated. That's weird. Hope not. Okay. What am I doing? Am I erasing? No, I'm drawing. Well, I'm on this. Okay. It's just like a different... Oh, it is a different pencil. It's like, something's weird. Alright, I was using the other one. This charcoal one. I do like that. I'm not a fan of that right now. Still blue, so it's okay. Oh, that's an eraser. Oh. Alright. I'm gonna hide my thing. So, let's see. One, two. He's never held a blade in his life. Okay, that's why he's holding it like this. Just doesn't know. He thinks it looks cool, but it doesn't. It just gives him less stability. Either this blade is very special or very beat up. I'm gonna go with the second one. There. Now it looks like the blade is recessed into the handle a little bit. This is a sketch, so I don't know. I'm taking so long to do this. Shouldn't be focusing that much on those minute details. It's just gonna drive me insane. Do want to fix this though, so that opacity. Yeah, I don't. No, I do want some, but not that much. There we go. Much better. And let's do pressure for opacity. Perfect. Okay. I wasn't trying to get detail. I was just trying to make sure that the eraser's doing what I want it to do. So this is going to be 3 fingers. I feel like maybe we should see more of his head, because this is going to be a little higher. Should lower that a little bit. Keep forgetting I have the shortcut. It doesn't have to be much, just enough to catch the light. And this may be a little lower. That should be... All right. Yeah, I think that's better. maybe this should be a little lower too. So let's modify it a little bit like this. And his mouth definitely should be lower, because if we're looking at him from a little higher, yeah, that shouldn't be there. There. One, two, three. That's a good guy for his feetsies, for his toesies on the feetsies. Oh, and that's right. What was I doing for the other arm? I feel like it took me a whole hour to do that. Okay, that's right. He's holding loot. Let's make it really chunky. Yeah, chunky bag. Oh my god, he's paranoid. Oh my god, he's terrified. Oh my god. Gonna make him looking up. There. At least for his body. Now the clothing. This was hard to come up with because I'm not fashion, as you can tell. But I also don't want something that'll cover him up entirely from head to toe and make it difficult for him to be seen. You know, the entire point of this character is not to be seen, but this is a glamour shot. It's just missing the lasers on the back. I think I'm gonna do this cowl here. Let's do this on a different layer. That looks passable. I'm not super happy with it. Trying to figure out where the fence would be here. Hmm. See, this is why I don't like this sort of concept, because I immediately lose any sort of detail you may have had as a character. If we're doing that light source, this is going to have to be visible. And this is going to have to be very visible. This could be a little darker. Much better. I do think I like the outfit that he's wearing on the right more than I do on the left. I like that he doesn't have shoes. So let's move this here so it's not interfering too much. And what I'll do is, see, he wears these as these like loose, sort of like cargo pants. But here they should tuck into this little, is it like a calf cover? Like a calf sleeve? That tapers outward here towards foot. This one doesn't have one because it's a long foot. There are the feet. And for this one, I'll draw the foot pads, the toe pads first. I feel like that may make it a little easier. Also, update, my rightmost pinky is killing me. What's happening? I think maybe has to be a posture issue. So then the sleeves will be full of the band-aids. Plop, 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 plop. Alright, so I think... Oh, that's right, I did give him gloves. I'm not sure if I want him on this one, though. He does look kind of cool with those cut off fingerless gloves. Free to pursue his froggy finger dreams and wishes. See? Thank you. I looked up there for no reason. Alright. So we have this very skilled, very, very brave little frog. An equally amazing character design shape. Just kidding. That's not true. Okay, so we have one sleeve here. The other one... Ooh, excuse me. I'm very sleepy today. The other one may not make that great of a appearance because it is sort of like a head-on view. It's a shame there's no more outfit to see. Although this one, I'm gonna draw it as I see it. This one looks like he's carrying Pokeballs. He's not. I didn't do that on purpose. It just happened. Suddenly my character's got Pokeballs and is a Pokemon master. Whoopsie. Different game. There we go. He's got his bag of cash. He's got a leg here. Another one there. And we're gonna do friggin' pouches everywhere. Because if there's one thing I've learned on the internet, is that if you want something to look fantasy and at the same time like fighterish, you give them pockets. Because of the great national pocket shortage of the not so distant future. Pockets are not currency. Women are again disadvantaged because most of their clothes don't have. What a wonderful story I just came up with. Alright, let's see here. Reminds me of that meme of the boy drinking the juice and just going. Oh, I should have added it. No. My brain's fried right now. I apologize. I was gonna say I should have added the eraser. I was gonna go in the same tirade that I literally just finished. Okay. That's how you know I do need sleep. I will need references for the sword. But also maybe he does have a cloak, and that's just like not where he wears it. But I'm totally wrong. This is turning, and my pinkies are on fire. Not pinkies. It's this space here. This space hurts a lot. Oh. Alright, so looking at the time, I'm definitely not gonna finish this before the 2-hour mark. So you may want to follow me for updates. If you don't already. If you do, muchas gracias. It's looking mighty fun. Oh man, this bag's moving. Maybe it's not coins, maybe it's another frog. Could be. We just don't know. I'm gonna group that. I'm gonna call it frog like all the other frog layers we've named so far. No, it's not frog. There we go. No. Merge this group. Lower the opacity. Maybe now I'll try to do something like, but not exactly a final piece. Just want to tighten up the lines to make sure I know what I've drawn is what I'm seeing in my head. Oh, that's how this one works. Me gusta. Very good. I want a little more of this. I miss being able to hold and pull for a circle. You look so sad. That's not what I'm trying to do. Much better. Not gonna lie, my eyes are literally closing on their own. That's how tired I am right now. I think I've slept a total of 3 hours today because of trying to heal and treat my my little cat lady that we just decided to parent recently. We found her outside of our house. She was very clean, which made me think maybe she had an owner. But when we got her, she was also basically had abscesses in all her paws and her tail. And we had them drained. Took her to the vet, had an emergency visit because there was at one point she got really bad and her, what's it called? Her white blood cells went off the charts. She had a fever. So I had an idea that maybe she had an infection. That was a little more serious and possibly needed antibiotics. So we went to the vet, they gave us antibiotics and told us, you know, keep doing a good job with the bandages, you know, not it wasn't too tight, whatever, but keep it up for the next, tell me, keep it up for a few days until you see it get better, which is what we did. We started seeing it get better, and this little kitten's just like at her wit's end. Did not want to do it anymore. It was almost impossible to put another bandage after that because she was so gone and she hated it so much that she just would not sit still and bite us and get really stressed out, and her tiny heart just goes boop boop boop. So I didn't want to worry about that. So we decided to not treat it here and leave it empty and just let it air out. And everything was looking good until it wasn't. So right now she's fighting the same infection over again. Her paws did get better, but the abscesses that she had in between her toes didn't. So I'm still, you know, draining those. And the problem is, after I take care of one, I go switch to the other, and she starts fighting all over again. And next thing you know, her paw comes out of the bandage, and I have to redo the bandage again. So last night, I think I went to bed at 5 in the morning to wake up at 7:30 for an appointment. And I've been up since then. My brain is about to give up on myself. So I will make sure to sleep after this. That's for sure. Alright. No. There we go. Let me have some sort of a preview of what I'm working on. So, and His fingers here. Remember, they're all inside these fingerless gloves. Oh, that felt good. I gotta pop. It's all gonna be bag fabric. Oh, you know, that shouldn't be like this. You don't hold bags like that. You don't go like that. Maybe you do this one, but gotta pull this back. Something like that. Almost, it really looks like it's wriggling whatever's in there. Maybe it's not stolen coins. Maybe he carries tadpoles. His future little baby thieves. I'm gonna hold on to the line and let it straighten out on its own. Dang you, Procreate. You've trained me wrong. Do some webbing. There we go. Alright, so as we're getting closer to the end, I'll wrap up with some things here. Observations. So far, I'm liking Photoshop as a drawing tool. I was thinking about getting Paint Tool Sai, or there's so many drawing applications right now. Do have Leonardo, and I was thinking maybe downloading it again, using it on this one. I don't know if it's M1 Mac compatible though. So kind of lost there. Oh, now that we have this, maybe I should vary the belt a little bit more. Give him some ropage. There we go. Ropage complete. Then maybe a larger pouch here. Yeah, sounds about right. No, he's got a fanny pack. Oh, almost a double tap to undo. Next time anybody's joining me, if you're over 21, or the legal drinking age in your country. Turn this into a drinking game. Every time I mess up the layer, every time I try to double tap to undo. Because my gosh, you're not gonna last. I make these parts a little more spread out towards the bulge, you do get a much efficient, strong effect. You do without doing that. There we go. Maybe he has little things in here. Oh. This needs to look like it's not coming from there. It needs to look like it's coming out of that little thing. So to do that, I'm going to erase this. This keeps getting stuck to my hand. And it's supposed to be connecting to that foot back here. It's going to be difficult to convey. Yeah. Can do some quick little color over. Let's see this. I've yet to try these watercolors. That's smudging. Oops. Oh, it's an Impressionist blender. Ooh. Inking one. Another inking one. I like that one. Oils. Thanks. Ooh. Very nice. What's this? Oh, it's smudger. Screen tones. I'm excited. I really love working with screen tones. Oh, but they don't overlay. That's a shame. glasses with the mouse. I'm not hurting my hand that much. I think I gotta stretch it. Stretch. Very sketch. Recess. Let's see here. Hmm. Oh, that's how the blender works. Makes it look very much like oils, but it could also be the texture on the underside. Hmm. Let's see if I can make it a little darker without totally killing it. I've gotten very quiet just now just because I'm so tired. And I'm sort of spacing out as I'm drawing, so I want to finish so I can rest a bit. I think I'm done. Very close to done. Yeah, this works a lot better than it did before with just one level of gray. So let's do the eraser here. Okay. Do you think I may be done for today? And next time, I'll run this by the group and see if it should fit okay with the rest of the stuff. And if it does, I guess I'll finish it. If not, maybe I'll work on something a little different. But that's one of the reasons why I joined this Discord group, is because they do critiques. And if you've ever done art, but you haven't done a critique yet, it's probably not easy the first time because your artwork is being critiqued. Some people do take that very personally, and some people can take a critique like an insult. But it's not. Sometimes you get so caught up in what you're doing, you miss a lot of key details and key mistakes. And having another fresh pair of eyes look at your stuff and tell you, hey, you know what? I don't think the perspective is right on this. I don't think the lightning is right. Well, if the lightning was right, then there should be highlights here, 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 right? And in that sense, I feel like being part of that server has helped me a lot because I don't have a large following on social media. And unfortunately, when you do have a large following on social media, you end up usually attracting people that are not artists, which there's no problem with that. I love having non-artists look at my work, but you're mostly going to get pats on the back. You're mostly going to get, oh my God, that's so cool. And that's great, but it's not going to help me improve. So I'm no longer in school. So otherwise I would have done this, as a, something I could maybe go to school and talk to my classmates about. I do keep in contact with some of my college friends, and for the most part, they're okay, but I don't keep in touch with everybody, and not everybody is still doing art, so reaching out to someone and saying, hey, could you critique my work, is not something I can easily do. Now, there are a lot of groups available for this, not just the Discord group that I'm on. There's some others for beginners. The one that we're on, you do have to share your portfolio. It's not up to you, basically, to get in or not. There is a review panel to make sure that you do know fundamentals before you get in, because they're not going to teach you that. And there are other Discords that do go over that kind of stuff, but that also offer good critiques. So if you're an artist, you're watching this, and you're thinking, I want to get better, or I don't get enough practice, consider getting your work critiqued. If you guys want to send me links, on direct message or via email, through social media, and you want me to look at your stuff and give you an honest opinion, I will give you that. I'm not harsh. I can give you not necessarily pointers in teaching, but at least try to help point you in the right direction, so that you do get an idea of, like, well, maybe I do need to practice this skill to get better. Anyways, we are at an hour and 10 minutes. Or no, an hour and 46 minutes? I don't know what time. You just verify, because I do know I usually go until 10. Unfortunately. I'm very tired today. Oh no. 7:30 to 9:30. Yeah, I'm past my time. I get to clock out for my stream. No, I love doing this, but as much as I do tend to get carried away with my art, because it's not the stream that's a problem to me, it's just me drawing. I will get carried away. uh, and I need to take care of myself too, and my sanity and my energy. So I'm not gonna delay it anymore. Thank you for anybody that watched, for anyone lurking there. I appreciate your company and I appreciate you listening to me chat for 2 hours nonstop. My God. Um, I will be streaming again next week, Tuesday, hopefully. If not, I will make sure to post it and just take a break. But otherwise, I'll see you next Tuesday. Hopefully, finishing this. If not, maybe we'll work on something else in the meantime. But I'm really liking this frog dude. I like the new outfit. And let's see where he takes us. So have a great night. Have a great weekend. Enjoy yourself. Take care of yourself. And I'm gonna head out to take a nice nap. So bye.